Hare Krishna. Good morning.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. How are you all doing?
Fine, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Hope everyone gets back to their best of their health very soon. Let's begin. Om Jnana-timirandhasya Jnananjana-salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya-manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadam Dadati Swapadhantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Padakamalan Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijal Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Dalita Shri Vishaka Anvitamscha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Panchakalpatarabhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusuते देवी प्रणमामि हरे प्रिये जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री विशाल गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय So please let me know if you can hear.
Yes, Prabhuji, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you. So we were discussing about the universal form in the last sessions. We were discussing Arjuna showing great interest as a devotee. It is very important for us that we increase our taste to know the glories, the form, name, paraphernalia, entourages, everything about the Lord. So that is very important that a devotee advancement itself is uh, evaluated based on our interest to know about the Lord. So Arjuna, obviously being a devotee, great devotee of or first class devotee of the Lord, so he had this eagerness to see more and more the greatness of the Lord, to see, and so he asked for universal form. And the other reason we discussed also was that it's not only that, but devotees want to establish the supremacy of the Lord over anything. There might be so many people who can tell so many things that, okay, Lord is nature because nature is the one who is taking care of everything. There is sun, there is water, there is air, there is fire, everything is the nature. So ideally nature itself is the one who is catering all the needs. So if at all we call someone who is offering everything to us, it is the nature. So let's accept nature as the Lord. But nature, is it God? Is he God? Is she God? Hmm? Some say yes, Prakriti or Shakti, yeah, yes, feminine or masculine aspect of the Lord. But some say that it's not even God. Some would say that because everything is maintained by the five elements of the Lord, or five elements, gross elements. So even that creation also would have happened from that. Even to the extent that a soul is also chemical. This is the understanding of advanced scientific knowledge today. So to disprove all this, that no, Lord is behind everything, and Lord is indeed the source of everything. So a devotee always want to establish. We should really um understand the science of Godhead, and to whatever our capacity, we have to convince ourselves, have a lot of conviction that yes, should have faith, and then we also have to preach to others who are struggling with this misunderstanding, and then they are losing or missing the golden opportunity of the human form of life, which is the best vehicle or the only vehicle which can take to the destination. So Arjuna is asking that, and we were discussing about it. And Ajrasa Prabhu, you were saying we are in the 16th verse.
Yes, Prabhuji.
16th is done or to be done?
15th was done, so 16
Okay.
will start.
Would you like to read?
Yes. Aneka bahudara vaktra netram pashyami tvam sarvato nanta rupam nantam nantam na madhyam na punas twadam pashyami vishveshvara vishvarupa. Translation: O Lord of the universe, O universal form, I see in your body many, many arms, believe, mouths, and eyes expanded everywhere without limit. I see you, no end, no middle, and no beginning. But Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and is unlimited, thus through him everything could be seen. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Is Chitramalini Mataji there?
Yeah, I'll ask.
If she is there, yeah, she can read.
कीर्तिनं गादिनं चकृतं च तेजोरसिं सर्वतो दीप्तिमन्तं पश्यामि त्वां दुर्निक्षां समान्ताद् दीप्तानलार्कद्वितीम् अप्रमेयम्. Translation: Your form is difficult to see because of its glaring effulgence spreading on all sides like blazing fire or the immeasurable radiance of the sun. Yet I see this glowing form everywhere, adorned with various crowned clubs and discs.
Yeah, maybe one more.
Yeah. Tvam aksharam paramam veditam tvayam tvam asya vishwasya param nidhanam tvam avayah shashvata dharma gopta sanatanas tvam purusho mato me. Translation: You are the supreme primal objective. You are the ultimate resting place of all this universe. You are inexhaustible, and you are the oldest. You are the maintainer of the eternal religion, the personality of Godhead. This is my opinion. Hare Krishna.
The last one.
Yeah. Anadi madhyantam ananta viryam ananta bahum sashi surya netram pashyami tvam dipta hutasa vakratam swaya tejasa vishwam adam idam tapantam. You
Yeah.
are without origin, middle, or end. Your glories is unlimited. You have numberless arms, and the sun and moon are your eyes. I see you with blazing fire coming forth from your mouth, burning this entire universe by your own radiance. Purport: There is no limit to the extent of the six opulences of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Here and in many other places there is repetition, but according to the scriptures, repetition of the glories of Krishna is not a literary weakness. It is said that at a time of bewilderment or wonder or of great ecstasy, statements are repeated over and over. That is not a flaw.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So we are understanding through Arjuna, who got the divine vision to see the Lord in these verses, that it says that I see in your body many, many arms, bellies, mouths, and eyes, expanded everywhere without limit. I see in you no end, no middle, and no beginning. So here, the universal form that Arjuna could see is definitely um, cannot be having a starting or Hare Krishna, cannot have a starting or end. Why? Because it is the whole universal form of the Lord, which is spreading or expanding in various levels in all directions, and in that way, this and then your form is difficult to see because of its glaring effulgence. So it is something like, just imagine that there is a nice Alps, folded mountains, but then when the sunlight falls on the snow, and then this becomes very nice when we are seeing from very far. But if we are very really close, the glaring can make us blind. We immediately close our eyes. We can't see. With whatever little we can try to see by changing our face to some angle or etc., but still we can't appreciate the whole magnanimous folded mountains with, when the effulgence or when the light falls on it. Here is saying, Arjuna is saying, I see you, uh, um, and your glaring effulgence spreading on all sides like blazing fire, and immeasurable radiance of sun. So it's very difficult that one can see uh, unless by the mercy of the Lord, Arjuna could be blessed to see the Lord form, universal form. But this is not just so easy to capture and just to meditate on it, because it is full of radiance, effulgence, and then hard to even see. Hmm. Yet I see this glowing form everywhere, adorned with various crowns, clubs, and discs. And then here is saying, you are the supreme primeval object. So in this way, Arjuna is saying that okay, you are the main objective for one's worship. You are the supreme primal objective. Primal means anadi, the first primal, the first objective to be worshipped, and you are the ultimate resting place of all the universe. Your oldest. Oldest doesn't mean that okay, of age of some lakh or millions of years. Oldest, it means that there is no count. There is, you have been there from what maybe a material existence could see. By then you are already there. Not only that, you are already there forever. You were already there before. And you are maintainer of eternal religion. So this is very important in this 18th verse. He says that you are maintainer of the eternal religion. And this connection we see in so many places where the devotees are tortured and devotees are troubled, and then devotees are the one who establish and maintain dharma. But then there are demons, demonic energies, or spirits who come to disturb the devotees, to harm the devotees, to kill them. And then Krishna is saying that I come every time, millennium after millennium, I come and then protect. Why? It's not only he's giving protection to the devotees, but he's also giving protection to the eternal religion. And he appeared here again in the Bhagavad Gita is sung here. Why? Because to re-establish that religion. So one may say, okay, really, Sanatan Dharma is about traditions, about customs, about values, about law coming from the Vedic understanding. But that essence, all the Upanishad, that's why Bhagavad Gita is also called Gita Upanishad, through which we are, it's not like, okay, we say this is okay, informative, maybe this book is only telling about yeah, a casual dialogue between Arjuna and Krishna. No, Lord has appeared and has spoken Bhagavad Gita in the midst of a war situation. We know that how when a war is on the edge, then so many peace treaties may be happening, yeah, and in the peace treaties when things don't work, yeah, there is nothing a Gita, someone is coming out and speaking, uh, the the politicians or the ministers or the defense officers, they encourage them to be very strong and fight for the nation. They propel the patriotism in the heart. Here it's not about patriotism that, okay, you have to fight and win name to the nation. It's not that. It is to establish the dharma. So the war that we are talking here is about establishing dharma. It is not about a historical event where everything is going to be discussed. Okay, this has happened, this has happened, what is wrong, what is right. It's not the point. This Bhagavad Gita is spoken or sung in the midst of this happening. Why? Because that is a kind of a very nice climax to or appropriate, so that everyone, yeah, everyone, they were there, but they could not hear anything from what Krishna is speaking or showing. It is only Arjuna. But this is by the divine arrangement of Vyasadev, Sanjaya could hear. It is not that, okay, it's only between two of them and yeah, no, Sanjaya was given and he was speaking to Dhritarashtra. In that way, this precious gift uh, is spoken on the right time so that everyone can benefit from it. You are without origin, middle, or end. Your glory is unlimited. And here I see you with blazing fire coming forth from your mouth, burning this entire universe by your own radiance. And in the purport, Prabhupada is mentioning that this is not repetition due to the weakness of the Lord. Okay, it may be that there are only 10 mm, mm, features of the Lord, and that's why Arjuna is using them repeatedly. No, Lord has unlimited forms. Lord has unlimited potencies, unlimited pastimes. So in that way, Lord, one can glorify the Lord unlimitedly, not for hours but days, but for entire life they can continue to glorify without repetition. But when we have some deep impressions in our heart, in our mind, we tend to go to those things, those glories, and then we keep repeating. Just like when we want to narrate about when a situation comes to know about the greatness of charity quality of the Supreme Lord, then there are so many. We may think of, okay, Akshaya Patra is one thing, or giving the sari unlimitedly is another thing. Few what we have, and we may repeat them, but it doesn't mean that the whole glories of the Lord are only these things. Yeah. Shall we proceed further? Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Maybe I don't know. This is Aditya Dande.
Yes, Prabhuji, we made him in the temple. He's
Uh-huh.
from Ceylon and joined today.
Very nice. Would you like to read one verse from this? What we do is basically read a verse, discuss about it, and then Yeah, in that way we have been reading till now 11 chapters. Yeah. If you can see the screen and would like to read, you can do so. Aditya. um, okay. Then we pass on to Suryatesh Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
11:20.
Yes. Dyav prithvyor idam anantaram hi vyaptam payaikam disascha sarva drishtva bhutam rupam ugram tavedam lokatrayam pravatitam mahatam mahatmanam. Translation. Although you are one, you you spread throughout the sky and the planets, all the space between. O great one, seeing this wondrous and terrible form, all the planetary systems are perpet. Dhyava a prithviyo, the space between heaven and earth, and the Lokatrayam, the three worlds, are significant words in this verse because it appears that not only did Arjuna see this universal form of the Lord, but others in the planetary systems saw it also. Arjuna's seeing of the universal form was not a dream. All whom the Lord endowed with the divine vision saw that the universal form on the battlefield. Ami hi tvam. Yeah. Yes,
Yeah,
please.
Mataji is there?
Yes, Prabhuji. She is there. Mm.
Ami hi tvam sura sangha vishanti kesit bhitaha pranjalayo granati swastitya uktva maharshi siddha sangaha stuvanti stvam stutibhihi puskalabihi. Translation. All the hosts of demigods are surrendering before you and entering into you. Some of them, very much afraid, are offering prayers with folded hands. Hosts of great sages and perfected beings, crying all peace, are praying to you by singing the Vedic hymns. Puppet. The demigod in all the planetary systems feared the terrific manifestation of the universal form and its glaring effulgence and so prayed for protection.
Yeah. Next.
Rudradityaya vasavo ye cha sadhya vishwesvinav marutas kosmapascha gandharva yakshasura siddha sangha visante tvam vismitaschaiva sarve. Translation. All the various manifestation of Lord Shiva, the Adityas, the Vasus, the Sadhyas, the Vishwadevas, the two Ashvis, the Maruts, the forefathers, the Gandharvas, the Yakshas, and the Asuras, and the perfected demigods are beholding you in wonder. Beholding you in wonder.
Yeah. Thank you, Suryatesh Prabhu, Saundarya Mataji. Someone would like to continue? These are just, yeah, the universal form descriptions.
May I, Prabhu?
Yeah.
11.23. Rupam mahatte bahu Vaktranetram Mahabaho Bahu Bahuru Padam Bahudaram Bahudamshtra Karalam Drishva Loka Pravyathitas Tataham. Translation. O mighty armed one, all the planets with their demigods are disturbed at seeing your great form. With its many faces, eyes, arms, thighs, legs, and bellies, and your many terrible teeth. And as they are disturbed, so am I.
Yeah. What is the condition of Arjuna now? You read.
Nabhasparsham deeptam anekavarnam vyattananam deepta vishala netram drishva hi tvam pravyati tantaratma dhritim na vindami samam cha Vishnu. O all pervading Vishnu, seeing you with your many radiant colors touching the sky, your gaping mouths and your great glowing eyes, my mind is perturbed by fear. I can no longer maintain my steadiness or equilibrium of mind. 11.25.
दृष्टाकरालानि च
Damstra.
दंष्ट्राकरालानि च ते मुखानि दृष्टेव कलानला सन्निभानि
Kalanala.
कालानला सन्निभानि दिशो न जने न लाभे च शर्मा प्रसीद देवेश जगन्निवास.
Mhm.
20.
O Lord of Lords, O refuge of the world, please be gracious to me. I cannot keep my balance, seeing thus your blazing death-like faces and awful teeth. In all directions, I am bewildered.
Okay. And the last one.
Ami cha tvam धृतराष्ट्रस्य पुत्रा सर्वे सहेवावानि पला संघाहे भीष्मो द्रोणासुता पुत्रस्तथासु सहस्रमाद्रियाय अपि योद्धा मुख्याय वक्त्राणि ते त्वरमाण विशन्ति दंष्ट्रा करालानि भयानकानि केचित् विलग्ना दशाननेषु सन्दृश्यन्ति चूर्णिता उत्तमा निगाय. All the sons of Dhritarashtra, along with their allied kings, and Bhishma, Drona, and Karna, and our chief soldiers also are rushing into your fearful mouths. And some I see trapped with heads smashed between your teeth. In a previous verse, the Lord promised to show Arjuna things he would be very interested in seeing. Now Arjuna sees that leaders of the opposite party, Bhishma, Drona, Karna, and all the sons of Dhritarashtra, and their soldiers and Arjuna's own soldiers are all being annihilated. This is an indication that after the death of nearly all the persons assembled at Kurukshetra, Arjuna will emerge victorious. It is also mentioned here that Bhishma, who is supposed to be unconquerable, will also be smashed. So also Karna. Not only will the great warriors of all of the parties like Bhishma be smashed, but some of the great warriors of Arjuna's side also.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. A lot of happening, right? So who want to see the Supreme Lord form? May struggle a bit. Be ready. We are all praying, right? Oh Lord, please appear in front of us. In what form he appears will only kind of very hard to behold. Arjuna had seen this form. Even if it is very beautiful, it's difficult. We know what Lord Shiva situation was when we talk about Mohini Murti. Lord Shiva was asking, "Oh, I missed that. I really missed that opportunity when you had shown this Mohini form to cheat the Asuras, or actually maybe to trick Asuras. I want to see. Yeah, I didn't see." Lord Vishnu was smilingly saying, no, do you really want to see? No. Yeah, I want to see. And yeah, when Lord form, yeah, Lord Shiva, who is a mystic, who is he's also called Yogeshwara. is also Yogeshwar, who is expert in. So when he saw the form, he couldn't behold. So we are not talking about the universal form that he showed. Lord showed his beautiful form, which is also very difficult to behold. Yeah, and then when we talk about when Dhruva Maharaj was uh, uh, performing great penance, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, and the Lord appeared in the four-armed Vishnu form. The prayers offered by Dhruva Maharaj, where we see that, who can describe the beauty of the Lord? Very difficult. Of course, yeah, we aspire to see the form of the Lord, but in this, we, we have no idea what form it would be. But by the mercy of devotees who could share uh, in the form of Bhagavatam and the description, that we can just get a glimpse. With this glimpse, we can do smaran. First one is Shravanam. When we are hearing from Sukadev Goswami that Parikshit Maharaj was absorbed. And then Kirtanam, by singing the glories of the Lord, we experience great happiness. Shravanam, Kirtanam, and then comes Vishnu Smaranam. So this chanting is not only at a name level, but also when we add in our meditation the glories of the Lord, his pastimes of the Lord, that goes even further deeper in our bhakti, so that we get absorbed, we forget where we are. Just usually ask in Gauradesh after the class or before or during the class that we see that when we go to the temple, we forget ourselves, in spite of having so many to-do items in our to-do list. But when we enter the temple, we are so much forgetting ourselves in the kirtan, in the katha, and of course, obviously, in the prasadam. So in that way, we we enter for a moment in a different world, in the world where we all want to be, where we want to be there, that we want to hear unlimitedly the glories of the Lord, to sing, to hear, and to serve the Lord. So, and here all this description is telling about the Kala Rupa, the time aspect of, the time aspect of the Lord. And the time aspect of the Lord, here we see that how his form is, and in time in the end, in the verse 26, 27. By the way, did you read the purport also? No, right? For 26, 27, we didn't read the purport. Or? Oh, yeah, you read. Sorry. Yeah. Because it is saying about that you are finally, it is also showing that Arjuna can be victorious. Yeah, why? Because he could see so many are entering into the mouth, dashing against the teeth of the Lord, or stuck between the teeth of the Lord, and then trapped. And yeah, in that way, Lord is already telling that the job is anyway done. What is the job? Yeah, I have already have plans. The plan is that so and so people will die because they are supporting adharma. So here we see that Lord is ever eager to establish the dharma, but he also is at the same time want the glories to be sung uh, on his devotees. So we know that of course Yudhishthir is the king, is the brother or the eldest brother among the Pandavas. But still we are now, when we talk about the Kurukshetra war, we see the undoubtedly supreme hero of that is among the Kurus and Pandavas is Arjun, who single-handedly how he has um, killed so many warriors, great warriors. So in that way, Lord wants that his devotees, yeah, um, Pandavas, yeah, Krishna is on the Pandavas side, not just because okay they are on the path of dharma, not because that he's relative, but he want to give them the fame of this. But in the background, he is the one who is already uh, taking measures to re-establish the dharma, uh, just before when the Kali Yuga is going to come. So this is what is said. Now Arjuna sees that the leaders of the opposite parties and their soldiers and Arjuna's own soldiers are all being annihilated. So after this, so whatever Arjuna was fearing that, oh, if this war is going to happen, what will happen? All my family and relatives, so many of them will meet the end of their life. Lot of violence, lot of destruction. How is it really good? Rather than that, let me give up the spirit of fighting. Let me stop all this fighting and then only surrender instead of all this, out of compassion, out of weakness. Hridaya Daurbalyam. Krishna is asking, uh, uh, Kashmalam. How come this Hridaya Daurbalyam and the weakness of your heart come? This is what Krishna asks in the second chapter. This now he's seeing anyway. He's saying that no one is spared who is on the adharma. Yeah, it is not that okay. Let us be very very humble. Vibhu, uh, taking the charger. So ఇది charge పెట్టేసి. So yeah, in that way we Krishna Krishna is showing to Arjuna that hey, I mean all these are anyway killed by me. Yeah, and then also Arjuna is emerging as victorious. But of course, it's not like okay, now I know that I will win. That's why now let's begin the war. It was not that Arjuna was scared of his life. He is a Kshatriya. He is a very powerful Kshatriya who is terror to the opposition. The Duryodhan, they had lot of plans. Oh, one man who can change everything. Arjuna, such a great warrior. But what is being said here is that Arjuna, out of compassion for the well-being of others, he was not interested in fighting. And then, of course, we would just say, "Hey, see, now I am safe. Hmm? Whatever gnan, whatever gyan has to come is there now. I am safe. So let's." No, Arjuna is still asking so many questions. Still, there are still so much gyan, which is mainly to understand how to devote ourselves to the word and the mission of the Lord. Yeah, if we talk about the second 12th chapter is about the title itself is devotional service, and then and in that way, this is said. Yeah, 7 to 12 are the main protected by, yeah. So people who do not have envy only can understand this. Yeah, let's proceed further. Someone would like to read?
May I read, Prabhuji?
Yes.
यथा नदीनां बहवो अम्बुवेगा समुद्रम् एव अभिमुखा द्रवन्ति तथा तवामि नरलोकवीरा विशन्ति वक्त्राणि
Abhivijalanti. Translation. As the many waves of the rivers flow into the ocean, so do all great warriors enter blazing into your mouth.
Yeah, next one.
यथा प्रदीप्तं ज्वलनं पतङ्गा विशन्ति नाशाय समृद्धवेगाः तथैव नाशाय विशन्ति लोका स्तवापि वक्त्राणि समुद्रवेगाः.
Yeah.
Translation. I see all people rushing full speed into the mouth, as moths dash to destruction in a blazing fire.
Yeah, one more.
लेलिहस्य ग्रस्मानः समन्ताल्लोकं समग्रान् वदन् नैर्ज्वालाभिः तेजोभिः आपूर्य जगत्समग्रं भासस्तवोग्रः प्रतपन्ति विष्णु. O Vishnu, I see you devouring all peoples from all sides with your flaming mouths, covering all the universe with your effulgence. You are manifest with terrible scorching rays.
Yeah, next one.
आख्या हि मे को भवानुग्रो रूपो नामोऽस्तु ते देववरा प्रसीद विज्ञातुमिच्छामि भवन्तम् अद्यं नहि प्रजानामि तव प्रवृत्तिम्. O Lord of Lords, so fierce of form, please tell me who you are. I offer my obeisance unto you. Please be gracious to me. You are the Primal Lord. I want to know about you, for I don't know what your mission is.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Prabhu Mataji. Someone would like to read what answer the Lord is giving?
Can I read, Prabhu? Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Kalosmi Loka Kasya Krit Pravartho
Lokakshayakrit
Lokakshayakrit Pravartho Lokan Samahartum Iha Pravartha Pratepi Tvam Na Bhavishyanti Sarve Ye Vastitaha Praya Anikesu Yodha. Translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Time I am the greatest destroyer of the worlds, and I have come here to destroy all people. With the exception of few, the Pandavas, all the soldiers here on both sides will be slain. Although Arjuna knew that Krishna was his friend and the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he was puzzled by various forms exhibited by Krishna. Therefore, he asked further about the actual mission of this devastating force. It is written in the Vedas that the Supreme Truth destroys everything, even the Brahmanas. As stated in the Katha Upanishad, Yasya Brahma cha Kshatram cha Ubhe Bhavata Odhanaha Mrityur Yashopechanam Ka Ita Veda Yatrasa. Eventually, all the Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, and everyone else are devoured like a meal by the Supreme. This form of the Supreme Lord is all-devouring giant. And here Krishna presents himself in that form of all-devouring time. Except for all Pandavas, everyone who was present on the battlefield would be devoured by him. Arjuna was not in favor of the fight, and he thought it was better not to fight. Then there would be no frustration. In reply, Lord is saying that Even if he did not fight, every one of them would be destroyed, for that was his plan. If Arjuna stopped fighting, they would die in another way. Death could not be checked, even if he did not fight. In fact, they were already dead. Time is destruction, and all the manifestations are to be vanquished by desire of the Supreme Lord. This is the law of nature. Yeah, that is the law of nature.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Are we back?
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Prabhu, we can hear you.
Okay, so I don't know if the YouTube session is going on. Okay, okay, it's still there. Okay, yeah, thank you very much, Suritesh Prabhu. So this is telling that Lord is in favor of violence, or because we hear a lot of non-violence. We should be very humble. We should not even think in our dream to harm an ant. So this is usually what we hear, and this is also is very very important for us, that we should be very very kind-hearted, but we should be very kind-hearted too, um, in a sense, so that people who are in the mode of goodness are protected, not to protect people who are in the mode of passion or ignorance. When we say not protection in the sense, is we should really be very very strict. We should really deal with people according to them. It's not like one shirt fits one for everyone, huh? Isn't it? So we can't just take one shirt and then give it, print it, or order it for everyone. So in this here we see that Krishna, what he's doing, he's taking the role of even annihilating, destroyer, which is, we know that he is the supreme time, the destroyer, and in that way he is also worshipped. Yeah, we see when we are taking the prayers, we see um, the time personification fears the Lord. So which means this Yamaraj, he is also, Yamaraj is also worships the Supreme Lord as his Lord, and that's how we understand the supreme position of the Lord, and as what is the activity of that time personification is to kill, to destroy, and then this question of okay, is Lord very cruel? Isn't it? He is very cruel because come why actually a disease should be there which can lead us to death? Why actually a death element itself is there? Why can't we live forever? Lord is so cruel that he has given us all the facilities, he has given us the intelligence, he has helped us to arrange our wonderful um, house, wonderful life, wonderful facilities, and a lot of name and fame is around us. Why then there is an old age? Okay, old age is still okay, that still I am able to connect to what I have created, my empire, my life, and everything. But why the death? The Lord, isn't he very cruel? There are two types of annihilations, and the annihilation here, in the form of time, is that time is ticking. Every moment of our life, we are getting older and older. If we don't feel this older aspect, we will not take it serious. We would say, I have a lot of time, or there is no aspect of time. When there is no aspect of time, uh, will we get up early in the morning to work? We would just lay down on our bed, wonderful. There is no time, right? No pressure, nothing. Huh? And is that good for us? No. What will happen if we don't get up in the morning and do japa in the morning? What will happen? We are only the losers. Why? Because that is considered the best time and the mode of goodness. So this time influence is so powerful that it has to be so strict. Otherwise, we will never change. We will never change. Yeah. What do you say, Adirasa Prabhu? If there is no pressure, we will get just involved in only the pleasure.
Yes, correct, Prabhuji.
Just imagine if there is only pleasure, how boring the life will be. Only pleasure, only pleasure. How do we appreciate the pleasure is when we suffer, right? When we suffer, then we say, what a relief, what a nice thing. Okay, now I have a pleasure. Just imagine always you are given, you like gulab jam. Every day I bring gulab jam, give you, because that gives you pleasure. After a few days, what happens? You're bored, right? No?
Yes, correct. Yeah.
So, to feel the pleasure of the pleasure, pressure is also needed. So we can't say that no, Lord is very cruel because of him. That okay, I have a deadline, and I have been put in pressure. Who wants to work in a pressure condition? No one, right? We want to be very very leisure. How nice if the project doesn't has a deadline. Omkareshwar Prabhu, want to say something or?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Mhm.
Prabhuji, in Goloka Dham, I think there are no dukhas, na? There is always pleasure, or because it's all Satchit Anand there in Goloka Dham.
You mean spiritual world? Okay.
Yes, yes. So is it boring there to have always Satchit Anand?
The beauty is that that pleasure is not our pleasure anyway, right? So we are focused in. We have a task there. It's not like okay, वहाँ जाओ पूरा नौकर चाकर रहेंगे, हमको pleasure देते रहेंगे. It's not that pleasure. It is a pleasure that we get by pleasing the Lord.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Which
And
means we are
that's why if there are souls on the earth which are always serving the Lord and their devotees, so they are always in pleasure.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that means that pleasure is not boring.
Yes, definitely. Yes. But that pleasure is also coming with lot of pressure, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, because they have
The
to sacrifice a
Prabhupada,
lot.
just as soon as he thought let's build a ISKCON, it didn't happen. That all of a sudden, on the map of the world, there are these what do you call these pins, the red pins where okay, let's establish there, and then everything happened on its own. No, it didn't happen. In great odd, what do you call, odd conditions. Under those conditions, the devotees are still serving the Lord because they see that that is after all the duty of the jiva. My duty is to be your servant. In that spirit, Prabhuji, we don't really look into what is the pleasure. Yeah, we see the Guru Ashtakam where he says, Chaturvidha Shri Bhagavat Prasada Swad Arna Triptan Hari Bhakta Sangam Kritvaiva Triptin Bhajata Sadaiva Vande Guru Shri Charana Ravindam. So the spiritual master is very happy to see that the people Hari Bhakta Sangam, all the people now, the devotees, when they come and they eat 4 kinds of prasadam, or 4 kinds of preparations of prasadam, then Guru is very satisfied. He experiences great pleasure. Yeah, we are talking about pleasure, na? That pleasure is not coming just like that. That pleasure is coming by actually arranging that feast, by offering, and then also having a sangha. Just imagine you have a lot of money, you made a very nice feast, but when there are no devotees to come and eat, are you happy?
Yes.
Yeah. So there is a lot of, I mean, so behind such a pleasure, definitely there is pressure. Yeah. We want to commit ourselves. That is the pressure. If we don't commit ourselves, there is no problem for the Lord. The Lord is not having any shortage, not scarcity, nothing. He has an unlimited number of devotees, devotees who are offering services all the time. Yeah? As we know, how big is the spiritual world? 2/3. This material world is just 1/3. Ekapad vibhuti. Yeah? It is only 1/3. 2/3 is spiritual world. So many facilities, so many people are already there. Hmm? Isn't it?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So in the spiritual world, yeah, of course there is a different pleasure one get. But again, this pleasure is coming only because we are able to serve the Lord. Hmm? And why also, because we are not in the contamination of the material world. Here we are contaminated by the material energy, Maya. There we are free from. Hare Krishna, I think internet issue. Yeah. So yeah. So in that way, we see that the Lord has an arrangement in the form of Kala, destroyer. In the destroyer also Lord.
Prabhuji, your voice is breaking.
It is not that okay. It's the cruelty of the law of the. Is better now.
Time to time it was breaking. So I'm not sure now if it's.
Is it better now?
Yeah, I think now it's better. Yeah.
Can I continue? Can you still hear me?
Yes, Prabhuji. Now it's good. Yeah.
Yeah, I just changed to a different router. Let's see. Yeah. So what do you say, Nishant Prabhu? Isn't it? Yeah. Usually we all dream to have only happiness. Yeah.
जी प्रभु जी.
We don't want troubles. We don't want problems. Very big problem is death. We don't want death. So to avoid death, we apply so many lotions, creams. What is it called? These capsules called youth. I don't remember what are they. They come in very fancy packing. But and also so many rich people try to avoid death in so many ways. Frankincense. I don't know if someone knows.
जी प्रभु जी. प्रभु जी, in this context, I just remember the Kunti Maharani ji, and this is, I think, I heard many times, but whenever I heard, I was very scared that she is the one who is asking the Lord to give her all the problems, give her the toughest time, and the purpose was that in the toughest time you remember the Lord. But it is very scary. I mean, how can you ask for such a wish? And that is so true. And I think that's what you are exactly mentioning in this same context. Yeah.
Yeah. There is also there. It can lead to two outcomes, right? So you just see that a kid who is in a school, if he is not well, and if you put more pressure, yeah, no, you have to read, because if you read, then you go to the third class, you go to fourth class, you become a university graduate, and lot of pressure with all these motivations. can also push him out of total studies at all, because he thinks, oh, it's too much for me. I'm not even understanding A, B, C, and you're already showing a whole plan which will never happen because I know that I can't do it. And then there is a positive approach or positive perception, yeah, where he says, wow, yeah, it's so nice. If I take it serious, if I study now carefully, even though it is difficult, it really helps me because I can solve so many problems of my life. That is another perspective. Yeah,
जी
one is taking in a positive way, one is taking in a negative way.
जी
The same situation. And this comes from where? It comes from two things. One is that our own um, abilities, our own real understanding, yeah, and also the person who is motivating. If a person knows how to motivate a person whom he is guiding, then the person understands that, okay, I know that I can't do it, but I know that on the strength of some key things that I can really advance. So if we are talking about, I mean, coming back to Kunti Devi's prayers, are very, very nice. But at what level she is?
correct.
If one is at that level, one can pray. If one is not at that level, also can pray. It's not a problem. But after praying, if our faith shakes,
Hmm.
that can be quite dangerous, isn't it?
जी प्रभु
So we have to really, I mean, as I said, we need to have a guide who can bring us to that level. The main point I am telling here is we need someone who can build such a faith. Who can build such a faith? Who has already such great faith, isn't it? Just if I am telling, come on, Prabhuji, see, Kunti Devi has done that, we should also do that. Well, you say, come on, you show me first, then I can follow. I have doubts in myself, but if I see you are doing, then I have some confidence. Okay, I can also do it. So that's why when we are in association of devotees, when we read the great about the biography of great personalities, we see how Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, we see how Srila Prabhupada, what kind of odds they had. They still had. Just imagine if our health is um, uh, in we are sick. Our first thing is, okay, shall we do japa or not? Okay, if we do, okay, let's do it like that. No, we see when we read about the great personalities, then we understand. Yes, oh, if the problem comes, of course, I don't want to invite a problem, but even if problem comes, I know how to face it by seeking the strength from the Lord. So we are still in this level. Kunti Devi is not praying, okay, because she want to always only see the Lord. That is not the only thing. She always want that these problems helped me to remember you. If we can also develop such a strong, unflinching faith means if problem is big, I say, okay, hands up, drop. No. Can we still really ask again, next time again? Do we dare to ask next time again? We say, oh, one problem you gave, that itself, it took so much, very difficult. I want a break.
जी प्रभु
Yeah. But Prabhupada, he didn't ask for any break. It was just on preaching, just on expanding the devotee community all over the world against all kinds of odds. Just imagine if we want to go and talk to a German or a foreigner or non-Indian, we may think, okay, will he understand me? And what should I tell? Better I will not even go to preach him. He may think that I am fanatic, or he may think that I am fool. Our ego immediately makes so many questions, doubts in ourselves, that our ability is challenged. our interest itself is minimized. In that way, we don't even want to preach neighbors. We think, hey, what will they think? Isn't it?
Ji Prabhuji.
So, yeah, definitely the prayers of Queen Kunti is so powerful for us to understand that how we appreciate a problem in our life. We don't want to invite a problem. I mean, yeah, you can very well invite, no problem. The plan is at least to see that if a problem comes, let's put like that, if a problem comes, we take the spirit of Kunti Devi that, okay, no problem. In this also we can see Krishna. We should remember Krishna more. We should pray Krishna more.
Correct, Prabhu. Actually, this is also in the direction that all the actions we do, it is for success or for good things.
Yeah.
But even if we do those actions, bad things do happen, or things which we are not expecting those happen. So it is part and parcel that it is not in our hand. Whatever we do, the result is in any way in the Lord's hand. So accept it and move on.
Yeah, the result is still, I mean, we can't say that, of course, the Lord is the one who is giving final grant, but we are showing ourselves what we are so that He will give us that grant. It's not like, okay, I won't do anything or I will do something and then because anyway Lord will give something. Why? So no, we are giving our 100%.
Correct.
This is exactly what Swami Vivekananda, he had, when he was there, he had to, he was seeing so many people in the name of religion were not so enthusiastic to do any work. Or not in the work, some, there are not that many people who are ready to do work. They were just kind of lazy. No, if it has to come, it will come. In the name of philosophy, in the name of escape work.
Correct.
So we have to be very careful that what will attract that. It's not that only Lord is, we are just the puppets in the Lord's hands.
But I can't able to do this. I inform you that is finished.
Sorry. So you're getting the point, Nishant Prabhu. So we have to. That is exactly what is the whole Gita telling, that we have to work. We have to give 100%. We can't just say, okay, no. In the end, Lord is the one who is deciding. Okay, whatever will come, we will just accept it. What will come? Just imagine you want to eat a cake. You want to eat a very nice cake. There is no flour, there is no sugar, there is no butter. What will come from the oven?
Exactly. Yeah.
Nothing comes from nothing, right?
Yeah.
So something should be there to attract something.
Yeah.
So we can't say, hey, no, 1 minute. Come on, I'm praying in front of the deities. I'm not doing anything. I'm always praying. If we have so much faith that yes, definitely Lord will arrange, so much faith, not escape work. If we have really such a great faith, then we understand is faith means to do what Lord wants. Bhakti is devotional service. Bhakti is not just devotion. Bhakti is devotional service. We need to understand very carefully. Of course, devotional service is an act of bhakti, devotion. But bhakti is a very active process, and bhakti involves two people. One who is offering service and one who is accepting service. And in that we need to see that what really attracts the other person to do that is the real bhakti. Otherwise, if we are doing only for our own pleasure, That is not bhakti. Yeah.
Ji Prabhuji.
So I mean, it is very, very, very important and also scientific in this way. Why? Because it is not just a creativity or an what do you call, subjective opinion which is concluded into something. No, it is scientific. If one engages in this kind of process, what will happen? What, how the anarthas are cleared, and when anarthas are cleared, what will happen? The nishtha will develop. When nishtha develops, what will happen? The taste will improve. All these things are scientific. We can apply the same thing also for any material thing, just like I was telling about cake. It's not a subjective thing. Okay, no, for some it happened, for some it doesn't happen. It will happen for everyone. Then only we call it scientific, no? Yeah.
Ji Prabhuji. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Any questions or any comments anyone want to share or add? Is it Jayant Prabhu who is here in this? Hare Krishna. I have asked you to unmute. I don't know how to do it. Okay. Now you're unmuted. Oh,
It's okay.
yes.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thanks for joining. I hope you also find it helpful.
No thanks. It is our duty to know about our Bhagavad Gita. Everybody should be know this, study this.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Others? Any questions, comments?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Prabhuji, so as you said that devotional service is the main thing, but as we hear that is our nature is anandamayo bhyasa, we are seeking for happiness, and can somebody say that our happiness is in the sense gratification in enjoyment, and for some others the happiness comes from serving the Lord? Can it be in the both way, or
Yeah,
yes?
it is something like yeah, we are talking about what is material happiness and spiritual happiness are the same, right?
Yes,
Because
because ultimately we must be feeling some substance, some substantial
happiness, yeah, we
feeling.
are working for happiness. But the thing is, just imagine yourself licking a bottle of honey from outside.
Yes, no taste.
Yeah, there is also some taste, and we think this is the taste. Yeah. So we false identify ourselves that this is the happiness, and we continue to do it. But we think no, maybe still there is. I'm not getting the taste. Let me try again and again and again. But the real sweetness is inside the bottle. So people thinking that I am happy and people who are really happy, they are two different things. If a materialist who is smoking and he thinks that I'm really happy now, so many people buy, right? Otherwise, why people smoke? Because they think, hey, we are getting great happiness. But we know that feeling of happiness is bound to so many um, uh, things which are bodily on a bodily level. Isn't it?
Yes.
So this question usually says, hey, everyone says, hey, I am also happy even if I don't do japa, I am happy. If I don't eat prasadam, I am happy. Even if I don't go to temple, I am happy. Why should I go? Why should I do all these things? Isn't it? I think this is your question, right?
Yes.
They are also happy, we are also happy. But what is that? Is it real happiness? No. This is compared to a camel eating a cactus fruit. You know this, na? Example.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
This camel is, what is it doing? It is eating a cactus fruit, and cactus fruit has thorns, and it is happily eating, thinking, what a juice, great juice is coming out of this. But that juice is nothing but its own blood. The camel mouth is being torn by this thorn, and because of which, when the blood is coming, it's saying, hey, this fruit has nice juice, and it's eating that. So the material happiness, I mean, we can go further, is it's something that comes at a mind level, and which is only a kind of, for some people it will be happy, for some people it won't be happy. That itself is saying that it's not really happiness. It is something, as I said, now licking the bottle of honey from outside. Everyone thinks, it's so nice. Some people will don't like it. Why? Because they have not tasted the real happiness, not real taste. Yeah. And it is said that when when we get in contact with the transcendent itself is telling that it is not bound to duality. Whatever we are thinking as happiness in the material world with material activities is not real happiness, because when we have something we think it is happy, when we don't have we think it is not happiness. So our definition of happiness in the material world itself is completely wrong to actually what is actually happiness, because it is seeing in the perspective of duality. Sukha dukkha, that is actually not ananda, that is only sukha dukkha. When I get something, the experience that I get is sukha. When I'm not getting that, that is called dukkha. Or it is even compared to, like, if someone is submerging our face inside the water, we go to pain, yeah, dukkha. And when our face is taken out, that we could breathe for a while, that is sukha. But that's not ananda, that's only relief of dukkha. Whereas the real happiness that comes from is only when we are in contact with the transcend, with spirit, spiritual energy, spiritual practices. In spiritual practices, we might go through a lot of material strain, but the pleasure that we get is true pleasure, because we are serving the Lord. In that way, we are in contact or connection with the transcendence or spiritual energy.
Yes,
So at a bodily level, what we feel is different, but at a spiritual level, at a conscious level, at a soul level, what we experience is different.
Probably in the spiritual world, they say that so there are fruits, rivers, everything, but it is not made from these panch mahaput or these ordinary matter.
Yeah.
So when one tastes or one eats or the remnants, still, so it is different kind of. It is not sense gratification, but it is some spiritual happiness or ananda or.
Yeah, as far as I read till now or know till now is, yeah, all these arrangements of the latas, the creepers, the fruits, the flowers, everything is to arrange a perfect uh, backdrop for the pleasure of the Lord. The fruits are there, these kalpa vrikshas are there. These kalpa vrikshas are also bearing fruits of different kinds based on the interests of the Lord. So even this trees is also serving the Lord and of course his devotees, and the spiritual world is filled only with devotees in that way. Yeah. So in that way they enjoy, they relish by offering service, and in return the reciprocation of the Lord. In that way they enjoy spiritual bliss.
So Prabhuji, can say that the reciprocation, so happiness that we get from the reciprocation is the real ananda, and we don't know this. We take this happiness as, so this material happiness as the ananda, but the real anand is in the reciprocation.
Yeah, the real happiness is coming from when we serve others. Yeah. So, but the thing is that even in material world we may do this. Yeah. Like for example, now I am serving. I have opened a charity organization, and I am serving the people. and then I'm getting great joy out of it because I'm taking care of people. I'm serving people. Yeah, this could be a kind of a glimpse of what happiness. But as soon as when it is tainted by our fame and name and our, hey, see, I have done it, then what is happening is that is going more into the materialistic happiness. That's very simple. Yeah, the happiness that we are getting is because we have this potency of enjoying. What is that enjoyment? Is spiritual enjoyment. And what is the spiritual enjoyment? Is by practicing devotional service, which are spiritual activities. When we love the Lord so much, and when the Lord is happy, the experience that we get, that is our happiness. Yeah. Gaurav Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah. Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah, I mean, it's topic on itself. Okay, thank you. Before we close, announcements. The announcements are the following: that on 3rd we will have the Gita Jayanti celebration at Omkareshwar Prabhu's place. Yeah, so there's a list of reciters who got which chapters they will recite. So please come on time, that we can start on time. Of course, we will not wait. Yeah, we will just start. In order, if you want to be there for all the chapters, yeah, please come on time. This is one thing. The second thing is on 4th of December, I got a mail to see that it is the 26th anniversary of DT installation in Gauradesh. So 4th, the 26th, yeah, which means our successful silver jubilee is done. What is it called? Yeah, correct. Silver jubilee, 26th anniversary. Yeah, if you would like to, you can also join that. The third one is yeah. So I was also thinking on this opportunity that devotees, whoever are coming to Omkareshwar Prabhu's place on this Gita Jayanti, take books for yourself for distribution. I will check with the temple authorities to get some books on that day that we can take. I'll check the price, etc. But yeah, let's see how many we can take. That is third one. And then yeah, these are announcement, and I'm very happy to greet Radhikali Siddhi Mataji Ram Raghav Prabhu today. Today is their anniversary. May Lord bless them. And yeah, they are very wonderful devotees, as we all know. And also in many ways role models, and we are very happy that we are in their association. Hare Krishna.
Hare.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. We both need blessings from all of you. Thank you very much.
No. Thank you, Prabhuji, for the blessings. We are trying
Are
to
you on
be.
video? Because when you are talking, I'm seeing myself.
Yeah. Just on the way to Gauradesh.
You're on the way.
Yeah, on the way.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you for the wishes, but still, this is still in the pendulum, maybe in Graha Medis and Grahastha. Not sure, not exactly trying our best.
Not trying your best, or
we are trying our best.
Okay.
And yeah, with everybody's help only and association only, we can progress. Thanks for being with us and always guide us like this only. Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Prabhuji has full focus.
Yeah,
Hare Krishna.
still not fully well, Prabhuji, so I need to gather all the energy.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. Take care.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
I think someone is also turning on the mics, turning on and off.
Very happy Krishna conscious wedding anniversary, Ratkeli Mataji and Ram Raghav Prabhu. As
Thank you,
Prabhuji said, as Prabhuji said, you are always our role models.
No role model.
How to lead the Grihastha life with two beautiful children.
Still the role play is going on. We're still not the role models.
Yeah. So we are learning from all of you, Prabhuji. Yes. And we have the senior Vaishnavas like Sudama Prabhu, Omkareshwar Prabhuji. They are our role models. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please don't put me into that. Sudama Prabhu is our role model for all of us.
Yeah.
And we have to, try our best to follow their footsteps. And you are also our role model. Yes, Ratikari Devi Mataji and to Ram Raghav Prabhuji, a very happy Krishna conscious marriage anniversary to you. You are, as I say, like you are a perfect couple because you are ideal couple because perfect couple is in your center.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Please bless us.
Thanks too much.
We need your blessings.
Hare Krishna Mataji and Prabhuji. Happy marriage anniversary. Happy Krishna
Thank you,
conscious
Mataji.
marriage anniversary.
Thank you. Thank you,
Mataji.
Mataji. Thank you so much.
I have one small announcement also, like as Prabhuji mentioned, if we can bring your own copy of Bhagavad Gita for your reading, that will be very good with you, because we don't have so many Bhagavad Gitas at our home to distribute. Also, if you can, like your personal copy you can bring, then it will be good that you can throughout read the shlokas.
Yeah. And can you arrange, I think Omkareshwar Prabhu, you are also going, no, today, temple?
I'm not going, Prabhuji. Siddhi is going.
Yeah. So one of you, maybe Ram Raghav Prabhu or you can check with the Rishi Kumar Prabhu. Tell them that on so and so day there is a recitation happening where we would like to see if we can distribute some books.
Okay.
So we can take few. It's not like, okay, we are taking everything and we are finishing them off in distribution, but you can get some books and ask them the price, that on special day what is the rate that we are giving the books out.
Okay.
Usually in the temple on Jayanti, Gita Jayanti, we have a good price. Yeah. So just ask them what is the price that we should also use, and then get some books. I don't know how many numbers. I'm just.
And Prabhuji, only the Bhagavad.
Yeah, only Bhagavad Gita.
You can sponsor that and distribute also.
That is okay. No, he's asking to bring only them. Those books are for third. So I think Gita, because that is the day where we can glorify the Gita personification.
Yes.
Yeah, sure, Prabhuji.
So you take care of that service then.
Yeah.
Thank you very
And
much.
Omkareshwar Prabhu, and I think you may have to motivate. Yeah, just check how many are really coming and how many newcomers are there, because that way we know how many books we can distribute. Yeah, just assess yourself and then accordingly, sync up. And at least from my side, I'll take 5 books. That is for sure. More or less, I will just see. In that way, if we take and keep gifting during the whole year, right? So we can take more or less, but and anyway, all of others who are not in the Gauradesh area, if you are interested also, let us know. We can secure books for you, and when you come you can pick them up.
So Prabhuji, shall I maybe if possible take 10 copies today? if they are available.
Let's come up with a number later.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll come up with the number later. It depends how many wants, at least in the group already. If you can already tell so many books, we already know how many books, right? Yeah. So yeah, you can post it, Ram Raga Prabhu, in our group to collect the numbers roughly.
Yeah, sure.
After you talk to Rishi Kumar Prabhu, get the cost offer price.
Yeah.
That day. If they're saying okay, 10 books this price, 5 books this price, whatever, I don't know what are the schemes right now. If you come to know more details, try to gather that and share it.
Yes, I will do it.
Then we know how many copies we would need, and we will arrange.
Okay, sure, Prabhuji. Next 30-40 minutes, yes.
No hurry.
We are just reaching. So I will do it, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Take care.
No more announcements. Yeah, we'll be on phone then.
Okay.
Yeah. Shall we close the call?
Yeah. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. See you later.
Hare Krishna.
In Monday.
Yes. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhuji.